Yo, what's going on, guys? KrispyFlakes here. For today's video, one of my subscribers made me this chart. It is you have $15 to build your prime starting five here in the NBA. So basically, I am going to create my own team right here out of all these players for $15 and see if I can go 82-0 in the NBA, guys. Yes, the goal of this video is to get the best record possible. Let me know in the comment section below what your team is looking like. And also, guys, just a quick reminder, again, I am uploading videos over on my second channel, Extra Crispy. The first 50,000 subscribers over on that channel are going to be in for a very, very big bitch-ass surprise right there, guys. So you definitely want to go be a top 50,000 subscriber over on my second channel, Extra Crispy. Link to that channel in the description below. Daily uploads over there, guys. A lot of basketball stuff, some other stuff too over there. But yeah, man, let's go ahead and get started on this. So the team I'm actually going to be representing for this video is the Miami Heat because, I don't know, man, I just want to win Miami a championship, so this is the team we are rocking with. So for my first players, so when I look at these guys over here, you really can't go wrong with any of them. There's a ton of great basketball players on this list. But I definitely want to kind of aim towards more of the small ball style of basketball for this video. So for that reason, guys like David West and even my all-time favorite player, Dirk Nowitzki, probably not going to go with them at all for this video just because, like, I want to speed things up. You know what I'm saying, man? I'm trying to go all out when it comes to the small ball lineup. Although Dirk or David West at the 5 probably could work in today's NBA, no doubt. But yeah, man, so for the first player, he actually plays for the Miami Heat, and that is Dwayne Wade. So Dwayne Wade in his prime, I'll tell you, man, there's no shooting guard like him. Like, this dude right here, in my opinion, the third greatest shooting guard of all time. You know, you got, of course, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, then I say Dwayne Wade. Sadly, he has had a lot of, like, injuries throughout his NBA career, but when he was actually, like, completely healthy, the Flash Dwayne Wade, this man was absolutely unstoppable. Definitely one of my favorite players of all time. And even up to today, man, like playing for the Heat, he still has those games where he just goes out there and he just looks like his old self. Like, not completely, of course, because of all the injuries. But yeah, man, Dwayne Wade, one of the greatest to ever do it for $5. Definitely worth it right there. So for our next player, this is a guy that was actually, like, early on in his NBA career for this first few seasons. He was actually compared a ton to Chris Paul, like who the better player was, and that is Deron Williams. Yes, guys, Deron Williams was such a beast on the Utah Jazz. I mean, look at these stats, like scoring-wise. Check this out, man. 20 points, 10 assists, 19 points, 11 assists, 19 points, 11 assists. Like, this dude right here, he could just get players involved. Like, I just remember this team with, you know, D. Will, Carlos Boozer, Mehmet Okur. You also got Paul Millsap. Yeah, man, Deron Williams. And then, of course, he went to the Brooklyn Nets, had a lot of, just like injury issues and stuff like that, and really was never the same basketball player. It seems like, because who was the one coach? I believe it was Jerry Sloan. Like, he had a lot of, like, issues with him as a coach and stuff like that. And once all that drama happened, just like Deron Williams was really never the same player. But when he was playing, it's just hard to believe, man, that Deron Williams was once compared to, like, being the better point guard than Chris Paul. Now it's no doubt Chris Paul. But yeah, for $1, definitely cannot pass up on that. All right, next up, we are going to go with a $3 player, and this is the guy that I'm just like, for $3, there was no way in hell I was going to pass up on him. Plays for the Orlando Magic, or, you know, did once upon a time, and that is a prime Dwight Howard. Oh my God, I used to love playing with this dude on NBA 2K. Dwight Howard, when he was on the Magic, it was just so much fun to watch him because he was just like so much like dominant over everybody else. I still remember the dunk contest when he jumped over Nate. Nate Robinson jumped over him, but Dwight Howard like dressed up as like Superman stuff. Just so many fun times right there. You know, went to the Lakers, Houston Rockets, teams like that. Immaturity kind of got the best of him. Kind of became a bitch ass out there. Kind of became soft and stuff like that. Did not really like mesh with like Kobe Bryant because of his attitude. But I'll say, man, Dwight Howard on the Magic. Oh my God, like so much fun to watch. Definitely one of my favorite players at that time in the NBA. Okay. So we do have $6 left, and I decided for $5, I wanted to go with a guy on the Toronto Raptors, Vince Carter. The reason I want to do that is because I wanted to get this man an NBA championship. I'm hoping to do that this video. His floor spacing would be great for this team. I actually thought he was more of a shooting guard. I know he played shooting guard on the New Jersey Nets, but of course at this time there also was Tracy McGrady on this team who played the shooting guard position. But yeah, man, Vince Carter, in my opinion, the greatest dunker of all time. Like, there is nobody that gets done like Vince Carter. Of course, you got like Dominique Wilkins, Dr. J, Michael Jordan, but oh my God, man, like Vince Carter out there, whoo, my life. Like, So much fun to watch. I still remember on the New Jersey Nets, he once dunked over Alonzo Mourning on the Miami Heat, actually, and I thought it was just like the craziest dunk I ever saw out there. So yeah, some of you guys might be wondering like, yo, Crispy, why would you not pick like prime Derrick Rose? Well, the reason I actually avoided doing that is because Derrick Rose never actually met his NBA prime. I mean, yeah, youngest MVP in NBA history, but before he actually reached that prime age, he had injuries. So it just did not feel right to pick Derrick Rose for this video. The only one I kind of feel salty that I did not pick is Dirk Nowitzki. Anyway, we do have $1 left, so we now need the power forward position. It was definitely a toss-up between Zach Randolph and Luol Deng. I ultimately decided, for the case of small ball basketball, to actually go with Luol Deng. Now, the reason I'm going with him is because he is 6'9". He's just like dependable. I mean, when he was on the Chicago Bulls, he would play great defense. He's got a pretty decent three-point shot at 81 overall. Mid-range game is nice. Was always like top in the league in minutes played out there. I just think his versatility as a player is going to be nice for this team, where Zach Randolph is more like your traditional post-up type of player out there, and you know, I didn't think fit as nicely as alongside Dwight Howard in this current NBA. I will say, like, a prime Zach Randolph was probably better than a prime Luol Deng, but for how the NBA is orchestrated right now, I think Luol Deng kind of fits the power forward position a bit better. So yeah, man, welcome to the Miami Heat. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to simulate to the beginning of the regular season, probably just fill out the team with some free agents and stuff like that. And ultimately, man, let's go check out this team real quick here, just like see what it's looking like. I think this team right here, 82-0, probably not, because I don't know, I think this team actually is better than the current day Golden State Warriors. But definitely a top team in the NBA, and probably going to be in the NBA championship. If they beat the Warriors, that's always a challenge with these videos. So yeah, let's go ahead and simulate to the beginning of the regular season. Okay, so this is what the team was looking like. Darren Williams at point guard, D Wade at shooting guard, Vince Carter at small forward with that headband, Luol Deng at power forward, and Dwight Howard at center position. And then our bench unit, Jamal Crawford getting some minutes. We got Mirsad Teletovic, David West, and Dwight Bikes around our nine-man rotation. Definitely, even like the bench unit is pretty nice out there. I think they fit nicely into this team. So yeah, let's go ahead and get going on this simulation. And there's definitely some stuff I do want to talk about right here, because I was looking through my team, and I want to know from you guys in the comment section below. Because outside of like Dwayne Wade on my starting five, I kind of feel like we have some underachievers here on this squad. And when I think about like that, man, like, you know, like Vince Carter, chances are he's going to go in the Hall of Fame as one of the greatest players to ever play the game, right? But at the same time, he never won an NBA championship. Like, how much does that kind of weigh into your decision to let a guy into the Hall of Fame? I mean, Dwight Howard, I was talking a bit about him earlier on. I feel like, you know, because he was so dominant on the Orlando Magic, but just like he's going to all these different NBA teams, and it's kind of been like drama ridden and stuff like that. So it's like, Dwight Howard, would you say he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, or do you feel like since he didn't really win an NBA championship, that kind of should make him not you know, on the top of the list when it comes to making the Hall of Fame? Because it's just so confusing that, like, in our minds, what makes a great NBA player? I mean, it's just like, because there's so many guys that go out there and dominate the stat sheet, and it's like, in your opinion, does that make a great NBA player? A guy that just like dominates the stat sheet, but sometimes it doesn't always like translate into wins? I mean, you know, John Stockton and Karl Malone, those are looked at as two of the greatest players to ever do it out there, but at the same time, they never won an NBA championship. So, because I think about that argument right there, and then you want to talk about the GOAT of the NBA, and it's like, you know, it's, you say like Michael Jordan or LeBron James, and a lot of people want to say, well, LeBron James didn't really get it done when it came to championships as of right now in the NBA compared to Michael Jordan. But then it's like, do we really look at that? I mean, because if that's the case, then wouldn't you say Bill Russell was the greatest of all time? So I don't know, man. I want to know in the comment section below from you, what makes a great NBA player? Because I think, in my opinion, what makes a great NBA player, and I'm gonna go on the record and say this, I think Tim Duncan is the exact, like, just the perfect mold of what a great NBA player really is. Because Tim Duncan, not only was he just like so amazing off the court when it came to just like public relations and just being a great guy and just going out there and getting the job done. Then you also look at the NBA portion of it. I mean, this man was one of those most dominant players to ever do it from a fundamental standpoint. They call him the fundamental out there. I mean, he was a guy that stayed with his team his entire NBA career. just like when he was part of the, for 20 seasons or whatnot, like winning championships. I mean, you always talk about that San Antonio Spurs dynasty and stuff like that. I think Tim Duncan is the definition of the perfect NBA player, man. I don't know. So I know nobody's saying Tim Duncan is the GOAT, but he's definitely up there in the GOAT discussion for me, because that to me is he's the ideal NBA player. From the day that he was drafted till the day he retired and stuff like that. I don't know, man. But yeah, looking at our final record right here, we did go 76-5 in the NBA, which is the greatest record of all time. I mean, no doubt we were going to do that. Like, we had all these 90s on our team and stuff like that. But we all know I'm going out for that bitch-ass blood. I'm trying to beat down them bitch-ass Warriors. So we actually got Dwayne Wade on the Miami Heat getting that MVP. I'm actually going to say I'm kind of surprised by that, because, like, 21 points, 7 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. That's very nice. Those are very nice numbers, but like Russell Westbrook usually does better than that. He usually averages like a triple-double. Here is the rest of the awards for you guys to see. We also got Vince Carter as the most improved player for whatever reason, so I don't really understand that. And Eric Spoelstra, in my opinion, one of the most underrated coaches of all time. I think a lot of his I think the reason he's so underrated is because people look at him and say, well, he only got championships because of, LeBron James. I think right now what he's doing with his current Miami Heat team is pretty damn special. So yeah, Dwayne Wade again, All-NBA first team, only one from the Heat team, All-NBA second, All-NBA third with Darren Williams and Dwight Howard making that. All right, and let's go ahead and check out these team player stats. I also want to look at the league leaders real quick, because I was saying, like, yeah, Paul George, that stat line right there, Giannis' stat line, that all looks better than Dwayne Wade, so I don't really understand that. But at the same time, D-Wade did get, the 76-5 record, so you kind of got to reward the guys with that out there, right? So team stats, we did average about 117 points per game, which is first in the NBA, and that small ball defense lineup I was kind of going for was definitely worth it. That's why I wanted Luol Deng at the 4th spot, because I feel like him and Dwight Howard, like, that front court defense is going to be savage out there. You also got the player stats. Dwayne Wade, we know his stat line. Vince Carter at 20 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. I guess low-key, like, D-Wade averaging that 8 assists out there, and the 2 steals and 1 block. One of the best defensive shooting guards in the NBA, by the way. Like, this dude right here, man, throwing shots back, like, yeah, there was a season I think we averaged like 2 blocks a game. Maybe not that many, but I know it was pretty damn close. Okay, maybe not that many. They also got Darren Williams at 20 points, 4 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 steals, doing his thing. Dwight Howard at 18 points, 15 rebounds per game. Used to be one of the best defensive and rebounding centers in the NBA. And then Luol Deng at a nice 15 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block per game, doing a little bit of everything out there. I remember he was like that in the Chicago Bulls. And then all those guys, besides Dwight Howard, of course, shot amazing from the 3-point line. So, yeah. All right, first round of the playoffs, we do have the Washington Wizards. So, simulate current round. I gotta imagine, well, I was gonna say sweep our way to the playoffs, but we just lost 4 games to 1, won 4 games to 1 against the Washington Wizards. Vince Carter, 27, 8, and 6, 1 block on 11 for 12 shooting. Jamal Crawford actually dropping 21 points, 20-17 for Dwight Howard, 15, 6, and 14 for D. Will. And Dwayne Wade didn't really do all that much that game. It's all good. All right, next up, the Boston Celtics. Simulate current rounds. Got them 4-0. Close out looking like this. 29, 10, 9, and 6 for Dwayne Wade. 20-20 game for Dwight Howard. 16-8 for Vince Sanity. Next up, the Toronto Raptors with Kawhi Leonard. Simulate current rounds. Ooh, damn, dude. They almost beat us. Yo, this Raptors team about to be the real deal this next NBA season. Like, they almost beat this team down. Yo, I forgot they got bitch-ass Monroe now, too, don't they? But yeah, D. Will, 24, 5, and 5 was the hero of that game, with Dwayne Wade dropping 22 and 11 assists himself. All right, yo, low-key, man, got me a little afraid right there. And then finally, we do have the Houston Rockets, who did beat the Golden State Warriors. Definitely not going to complain about that, with Carmelo Anthony now on that team. Simulate current round. And, well, we got them 4-0. Dwayne Wade, the Flash, your finals MVP at 23 points, 7 rebounds, 11 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block per game. Hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you ever come across these charts like this, send them to me on Twitter at KrispyFlakes2K or at my Instagram, which is KrispyFlakes_YT. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to drop that like, subscribe if you're new to my channel, and be sure, man, to subscribe to my second channel, Extra Crispy.